I'm back again. It's the same day, just a little bit later. I had to go fix me some coffee and take a little break and then decide which trims. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't dig too hard. I just pulled what I knew that were older or vintage top trims, and then some not, like the tulle, and such, but things that I wanted, the colors that I just wanted to use in this journal. I just grabbed some. I just didn't, I know I think really hard, but I did not think too much on those because I wanted to film the process of me doing this. Y'all have asked, and so I'm trying to come through for you. So I'm making this little Easter journal here, and so before I sew my signature into the book, I like to go ahead and stitch down anything that I'm gonna sew on. So what I usually do is either turn it upside down and work from this way, or leave it this way and turn it upside down. So I'm gonna leave it this way, take the top page, flip it upside down each time I decide what I'm gonna do on whatever page. So let's pull this over here. I didn't even check my bottom thing of thread. Oh, I wanted to, well, that's cute what that says, but if someone knows that poem and they're like, why did she cover that up? I kind of was wanting to cover that part up with another piece of paper. Could put this other little bunny image there and stitch him and make a little pocket up there. That would be cute. That would be really cute. Well, let's see. It's going to be in the center. His face is so cute on that side, though. I don't know. Let's see. I could stitch it where it flips open, and then this side flips open. I'm not sure. Or I have these birds that I wanted to use on something and didn't. This is going to make this extra thick when I go to stitch, to sew through this middle of this signature, because my goodness, I keep putting layers upon layers of stuff. I could just put just a piece of fabric there and make a little, I love this, but I feel like it needs to go up and down and not sideways. Ooh, I love this. That would be so pretty. But I feel like that's like wasting that. I'm gonna leave it for now. If I want to do something later on this side, I will. And I might paint it or something and show y'all how to do that. I know you know how to paint. You know what I mean, like how you can cover up things to journal on. But some people might like this. I'm gonna set my coffee down so it doesn't go everywhere and move Mr. Lammy. So if it's thinner paper, I do a zigzag, and if it's thicker paper that I know is not going to break, this probably actually would not break. This probably would do just fine with a straight stitch, but just in case. And you probably know more than me, but just in case you're new, if I do a straight stitch, I don't know if you can see, but I try to do the one that's set as far apart as possible instead of the one close together, because the ones really close together might like split your page, if it's older type paper or whatever. So, little lamb, you're gonna have to go away for a little bit. Okay. So, and sometimes like paper like this that I don't think will tear, I might do part zigzag and part straight. It just depends. Yeah, like I'm gonna do straight down through. Now, if this were really old paper, or like that matte finish paper, like Dick and Jane paper or something, I would probably do a zigzag or something so that it is for sure secure. And yes, this has 3 different type stitches on it now, but that's part of an eclectic journal wrap. I buried my scissors. And I don't know if I've told y'all before, but these scissors my mom and sister always had, and I would always say, I'm not paying that much, which they're like $12 at Walmart, but I thought my mom had told me they were like 30 or something, so I was like, I'm not paying that much. Well, and they may have been at one time. But y'all, I know exactly why now that they have these for fabric. I mean, I really need another pair, like some for fabric and some for paper, because those are the best scissors ever. Okay, so I like stitching on vellum. Sometimes I like tearing it and stitching like maybe a card or something over here. Sometimes just fabric down it. I don't know, I just think it's fun. Because it's clear, you know, it's just, you're not expecting it. So I am going to take my pattern and put it in front of me again to see the front image. This was from the Amity Bloom pack that I had gotten. I could stitch like a little triangle. I think I'm going to stitch this little piece here. I think this would be, or that might be really cute on the cover. I don't know, we'll see. I'm going to go ahead and cut some of this, because you could technically use this trim, and this side, but it'd be pretty too to use all the way across, of course. But this is the only piece I have of it. And I don't know that I really want to ruffle this because of the little flowers. So I think I might, look, I've not done this before. I'm going to try it. Usually I go ahead and just stitch. I do not glue first, but I'm going to glue first because I'm going to wrap that around I mean, I wrap stuff around a lot, but I haven't on the edge, I don't think. So I want it kind of out further from the paper. It'll come out from the book some, but that's okay. And if you have a glue stick, you could lightly glue. Like, I'm not gluing this all the way down. I'm just barely gluing just little, like every couple centimeters or something. So I have a friend from Canada, and they measure in centimeters. Well, I have several, I'm sorry, a lot of you here are from Canada, but I did not know that until she was telling me that. And then she was saying that they also measure like in kilometers, not miles. And I was like, that would confuse me so much. But I felt bad because all this time, I know some of you are from Canada, and I just always say inches, and then y'all have to convert it. And I'm sorry, but maybe I need me a thing, or you know what? I have this giant thing right here. I need to start telling you, but I had no idea though, really. And I don't really backstitch on paper that much. Sometimes, like I just did there at the end, but so that's just gonna be a cute little, well, obviously I didn't even stitch down the back. Jeannie, look, see, I didn't move it over enough, but that's okay. So I'm gonna go back down this side. But you know what? I'm gonna put, before I do that, I'm gonna put like some eyelet lace on the back because I had found that white eyelet. Because I think of, you know, little frilly painty legging type things, you know, like back then. Well, my little girl wore those sometimes, but I'm thinking it was from back, you know, in the, I mean, you know, because my idea of these are kind of, because the patterns I'm assuming is from the 50s and 60s, you know, like that's my point. I hope I don't mess this other side up because I'm gonna just stitch this down. That's still not gonna be over far enough. Oh goodness, it's not gonna go anywhere. So the point of that was to stitch all of this down on this side too. But I didn't. I'm going to leave some little strands just for now. So there's that page. I'm going to leave the other side blank. Okay, this is the page. And sometimes it's fun just to do like a messy stitch down the side of your paper, like for instance this paper. Like say it's too long and you don't want to cut it, just fold it down. Or if you just want extra, you know, detail. Now, since I folded it, I'll probably do a zigzag, but I'll show you what I'm talking about in the messy in a minute. And see, it just, you know, just gives a little added texture to the page. That page done. And then I have these two and this fabric. I think I'm going to stitch this fabric into a pocket and trim the edge. Well, I kind of liked it as a flip though, and that way you could cut it out if you wanted to. So I'm not going to do that, but what I am going to do is show you what I meant by just straight stitching, because when I was new, I had to ask, you know, my friends, I was like, are you doing that like with the machine? Wait, I'm not going to do it on this cardstock. I'm going to usually put my pockets or something on this. I'm going to do it on a one of these. So I didn't know if their machines were fancy or if they were doing it, and they were like, no, I just do it. So I'll just go, and again I put it on the furthest, the dots the furthest apart, and I just go back and forth with, like manually, like I just move my paper back and forth. I hope y'all can see what I'm doing. And then I go back again and just do it again and just kind of wiggle it just a little bit. So you just kind of, you know, go back and forth like that. And that's how you get those little lines. I know that's probably common sense to most of you, but to me, I wasn't sure. So that's the messy stitch in there. Oh, that doesn't go there. That goes back under here. So we have the little butter paper. I'm just going to stitch down the sides of this to make a little tuck. That feels so neat. Like our local dairy, well, we have more now, but the main one we would always go to closed down a couple years ago. I don't know how long ago now, but oh, they would have the best, like, real butter and ice cream and all the things from grass-fed cow. I mean, it was just so good. And my husband's grandmother, which I call grandmother, and my mother-in-law and my aunt, or my husband's aunt, we would always go when my oldest daughter was little, and we would go get butter and ice cream. Oh my goodness. And it's funny because I was pregnant with my oldest daughter, and we would go there a lot, and now she's pregnant, and she's 21, so that was that long ago. But I remember my 6 month of pregnancy. No, it was with my 19-year-old. My 6 month of pregnancy, I gained like 10 pounds because I got their peanut butter ice cream, and oh my goodness. So what I'm going to do here is stitch this to where, right here, to where it opens up and folds over. So I'm just going to go right along the edge here. So it'll be a tuck spot plus just a cool little addition to the page. Or extra writing space. You'll have all this writing or photo space. So I hear the heat clicking on, and that's weird because yesterday it was so hot, and today I think it's cold. There are actually dandelions growing in my yard, I saw. And then I've noticed some of my flowers I planted last spring, they're coming back out front, and I was like, my goodness, like, that's crazy. I know y'all are probably really thinking that's crazy. So I wondered if I could ruffle this seam binding there and do it correctly. I don't know. I got a bunch of this lace, not a bunch, it was this one piece with some more types in a bundle off of eBay. And oh my goodness, it was a very, very slim amount, but you can use it wisely. And y'all, this is so beautiful. And I think it needs to go on one of these pages. I think I'll put it on one of the book pages so you can pick it up if you're looking at it with your grandbaby or something and play peekaboo with it. So I'm going to leave this one plain since I did that on the other. And then this would be just a good writing space, so I'm not going to do anything to that. Now that would be a fun peekaboo page. Because, I mean, can you imagine like telling like your child or grandbaby, you're like, look and see who's jumping on this side, and it'd be like mama. They would laugh. I can just see my nieces or nephews when they're little just laughing at that. Do it again. Aunt Gigi. They call me Gigi. And I can't decide, like, which I know the baby's going to call me what he or she wants, but, you know, you always think what I want to be called. And since I've been Aunt Gigi, of course, you know, I think Gigi, but there's so many Gigis now. And then there's a Ray Dunn mug, you know, that's Gigi, so that kind of makes me want to, because that should be your deciding factor. I'm kidding. I really think that, you know, my friend Arlene Gingy, my kids love it when I say her name, and they're like, be Gingy, be Gingy. And I did that backwards, y'all. Look, because there's the pretty part. So, you know what I could do about that? I could flip it and stitch it to where you can flip it up and see Daddy jumping, because they'll probably find that funnier anyway. So that's, I don't know if that's a happy accident, but it's an accident nonetheless. It'll just give it a little oomph at the top of the page. So there's how that went down. So it flips there instead of there, instead of cutting it off and redoing it. So I know some people like to write on these. I don't really want to cover them up, but I thought I could make a little, just maybe a corner tuck. If I could find my tearing ruler would be great, but I don't know. Whatever I did with it yesterday. I love this floral print. And that I make stitch down over the top, just for added something. And y'all, I always love this lace like this, because, you know, I mean, like a lot of it was my grandmother's, some that my mama would give me. And then my friend was telling me when I got back from their store one time that it was, she said it's panty lace, that what they used to make panties out of back then, and slips and stuff. Which she uses it too, but I laughed. I was like, you just ruined my whole lace loving experience. That's not, let's see. See, this is where y'all probably like, Jeannie, turn that paper that way. Okay, y'all ask how I do things sometimes when my paper's long. I just put it in here and just bend it back like that. And yes, I just went all kinds of crooked on that. All kinds of crooked, because that's why you glue things down and don't just do it on a whim like me. But I can go back up and do a little messy stitch and just make it look like it was intentional. Well, it's not really crooked on the back. I guess I made the lace crooked, is what I did. I just cut my, oh no I didn't. That was off. So there's a little tuck spot there. And there's the music page and the Easter page. I feel like this little fella needs some, he needs something. He needs to shine. Like maybe some blue trim or some pom-pom trim. Because he's just a cutie. Or I could just do a little triangle and peekaboo with him. Oh, for the chicken. Look, you could peekaboo the little chicken. Look, y'all can tell I'm y'all can tell I'm soon gonna be a Gigi or Ginger, whichever, because let's do the bluish green. This is from the Amity Bloom pack, Nazy's Bloom pack also. Well, I feel like it needs to be yellow though. Or here's just a dark green. Oh, decisions. We're just gonna go with this. I'm just gonna cut this. This actually is from Moonside Parlor, I believe, this right here. I can tell by the way the edges are cut when I got it. And yes, I have to go back to my unboxing sometimes to see who's what, to give them credit, because I'm like, I don't, but I've watched it enough now. I'm gonna tuck this in this kind of way and make it just kind of a, instead of a triangle like I usually do. I'm gonna cut that off right there. So see, there's a little corner tuck, and then this, and there's really no need to stitch down through there, so I'm not. So here's Mama's knitting page. I didn't put any thing thick up here. But I could put pom-pom trim, but I figured that'll be in the middle of the journal. I put it on this coffee dyed slash watercolor dyed paper. I really want to use, no I'm not, I'm going to use this on a different, let's see. I'll do some pom-pom trim here. And if you feel nervous at all, glue it down, because by all means don't be like me and have to start over and all the things, but I'm not gonna glue it down. I'm just gonna put it on here and pray. You can see this glittering so pretty in this light, but I'm sure y'all can't, but it was like a watercolored ink that was liquid, and I put it in there instead of coffee and dyed it. Now I'm gonna kind of hold this kind of taut, like, so it won't do anything crazy. Let's hope. Uh-oh, I think I'm out of, oh no, I'm not, out of bobbin. So we have the pom-pom trim there, and if you want to finish it off with something on the back, you could glue. See, even your leftover, now I don't know what to do. Oh, yeah. These pieces, like this would be cute to stitch or just glue. I think I'll just glue it down right there. It's almost like washi strips. And this is an impromptu thing. I've actually never done this, I don't think. But hey, that's a good idea to me. Or, since that stitching was actually even, I could have put it on this other side. It would have been pretty. But I feel like it pulls the blue from the page a little more, and you can tell it's actually blue and coffee dyed. So there's that one. And then since I messed up with the die here, which no one probably cares, but I know that I did, I think I'm going to make a little pocket, or actually a little belly band here. And just that way you can slide something under there. I think I am almost out of, I keep saying that, it keeps going. I love this trim. I got it in an estate sale one day. Just some of it is so pretty. I keep saving it for that certain journal that I just know I'm going to use it in, but you know what? I'm just using the things. So we have a belly band here, and I'm going to cut that. And there's the back part, but that's okay. Sometimes I'll take a little golden book page, or like the little bunny page that I didn't ever use, but thought I might just put him to the side to see. And now he hopped away. I don't know where he went. Oh, here he is. A little page like that that I want to flip out. Usually it's little golden book pages, but see, this would be very cute to do that with, to have another little flip out here. So I'm going to stitch that down through here. And it'll be a tuck spot and a little flip out. And it's not taking away really all of your writing space, because you can, well, what am I doing with my machine? You can write here or tuck something under there. I may glue that down actually. And then you open up to that cute little face and then have it down through there. And now I'll have to trim the bottom so it'll fold over. And then, let's see, this is all about little, there's a heart applique, and I actually have some heart trim, one little piece left, I think, from Uniquely Ella's shop I had like laying around. That would actually be really cute. Or this would be, I don't know that I like that mint though. That. Well, I had that heart paper earlier. I mean, paper. Heart trim earlier, but I've misplaced it. So, let's see. It's talking about cute trims. So, this pink and green would be cute. But you know what? I'm not going to put that on. That's a shorter page, and I don't, yeah, okay. So I do want to stitch this all the way around but to make it thicker. But I'm going to do that off camera because I don't know how much thread's left in. So, well, we're almost done, so I guess I could do that and show y'all to make a pocket and to make it just a little thicker so it doesn't tear when you go to use the pocket. I'm going to go ahead and stitch this on as well. It's got a little faint stamp or something. It says limited edition, something, but that's out of a Maggie Holmes book, I thought. Okay, so I'm just gonna stitch it down over the side. It'll kind of be like a tuck spot, but it'll give it a little bit of abrasiveness, if you will. Oh, I went the wrong way. I was gonna leave this top open to make pockets. So, I was supposed to start up at this side corner. I hate covering up all the little dress images though, but I want to sturdy up the paper some, so I'll do like this. Now I would not use a straight stitch on this paper alone, but with the cardstock over it. And then I'll switch to that. And then go across the bottom. And I love writing on these type of papers, like these old papers. Just a black pen is so pretty. So, we will punch the top of that page, that one, and it'll be a pocket down in here on both sides, and a little corner tuck on both sides. Well, I could have left that straight, I guess. Oh, I have to sneeze, y'all. Excuse me. Oh, goodness. Okay. Let's see. So that one's done. And this one's done. I thought about making one little cute pocket somewhere with something up in the corner. I think this is fitting for Easter. It's like an eyelet trim, but it has like pinks and greens and yellows. Oh, wait. I had this applique of an Easter basket. And y'all are probably like, no, do the eyelet trim. But I was going to do this as a little pocket. So, let's see. I'm going to do it on the back of the book page. That way you can write on this paper. So I'm gonna cut this there, and just I want to keep where she says she can make something yellow. I don't know why. Does that matter? Oh, she says it on both sides. I don't remember why now I wanted that there, but I guess because I wanted to use yellow in the journal. So again, if you're not comfortable with this, just glue it down and then do this, but and I know I have the basket going a little wonky, but I feel like there's no correct way to really do these cut up pieces of embroidery pieces. So that just makes a fun little pocket there. I love those. They're so fun. Yeah, that got on both sides. And I may put some trim to poke out of that, or just leave that poking out. And it framed out the writing, so that's so cute. So see, we have a little pocket. I am gonna cut that off right there. You could, nah, trimming that's too much stuff. So we have, let's see. Let me move all of these things. Oh, I was gonna stitch this right inside the cover there. So let's see how this baby looks. Oh, I was like, what in the world is that poking up? So let's get all the strings. And so if I flip through and like how everything is, then I will stitch it together, and then with a needle and thread in the middle, and then I will put all the ephemera and stuff in separately. So, I mean, in after the fact. So let's see how this looks. So, I don't know that blue paint. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So see, I may want to put another pom-pom trim of a different color, or white, like right here, to come over so it'll hang evenly. Or I may make a ruffle, like say I make a couple ruffles and put there. I don't know how long this has been. Let's do a ruffle and see. Because it definitely needs something to even it out. And you don't have to do a ruffle all the way down. You could just do it straight, or you could do it, yeah. Okay, so I'll do that as I'm working in the book. But so see, if I put more fabric pieces there, okay, so you have to imagine that, and then flipping through. So y'all tell me if I should leave the strings hanging for whoever to cut off or not. There's a pocket there, pocket there. My Instagram is also linked below. That's Jens with 2 N's _ and you can direct message me there, or my email is listed below. It's rjgray4au@yahoo. If you know offhand that this is your journal, if you just know that. And I need to swap that bag, see, because that's just pink on pink. Pocket here. I'll probably fix this because these are upside down, or just put a little embellishment there. There's the center. Oh, she's so pretty. I love Easter. So it's pretty eclectic, a pretty eclectic mix of things. And so once I get the embellishments in here, I think it will be a fun little journal. There's that little guy with the little chicks. It's a belly band. This little flip out, that little bunny. I like little bunny stuff all year long, like woodland animal type things, really all year. But and then here's the little Easter basket of flowers. So I'm trying to film the things y'all have asked, so I hope you enjoyed this long video of me chatting about the things. And I hope you could see well. If you have any suggestions on how I need to maneuver things, or if all of my clutter, if you're seeing it and it's driving you crazy, just let me know in the comments below. You're not going to hurt my feelings. And thank y'all so much for watching. Please hit that subscribe button and like this video if you liked it. And I'm almost at 500 subbies, so I've got to draw for my December daily flat mail giveaways, and I will be having a 500 subby giveaway, and I hope 1,000 soon. So I will see you on the next one. Y'all have a great day. Bye.